Hey everyone, here is a 44-inch Hunter Stratford II Ceiling Fan. This fan is in the bronze finish and it has reversible light oak blades, and I believe the other side is cherry. This fan is from September of 2006, so on the top of the motor it says the 33rd week of 2006. And after all this time having this fan, I can't believe I haven't making a video of it yet. But today's the day. So I'm pretty sure some of you might know the story to this fan, but I will explain it again. My parents used to own a rental house. We sold it in 2021, but me and my father spent a lot of time building that house and renovating it and making it livable. And we rented it out 3 times to 3 different people. And this fan was in the kitchen. There was a Hampton-made quick connect in the living room. This was in the kitchen, and there was a 52-inch white Stratford in the master bedroom. And while we were building the house, I would always sit down in the kitchen area before the fans were even installed and play with these fans while they were still in the boxes. I would take them out and play with them. And then eventually they got installed by my dad's friend, who was an electrician. And then after the second tenant moved out and the third tenant moved in, I ended up taking out all the fans and keeping them for my collection. Yeah, so just give you a close-up of it right here. This fan went through a lot throughout the years. The second tenant we actually had, I was friends with their kid, and I would always go over there and hang out with him and such. But they always had this fan running though, so when I took it out, it had a really bad hum to it. And just recently, I think about 6 months ago, I had to change the capacitor, because the capacitor, I'll show you right now, it's very beat up, to say the least. So I had to change that out. It would only work on high speed. The other capacitor, same kind of thing, has a bubble in there too. There it is. So took out both the capacitors and it works pretty good now. Still has a little bit of a hum to it, but it's okay. But anyway, I'll demonstrate the light for you. It's on a dimmer. I do have 2 75-watt bulbs in there. I think it's only rated for 60 watts, but this is before all the wattage limiter crap came into play. So I can use pretty much any bulb I want to in it. But I have one reveal incandescent in there, and then one halogen incandescent, so they work pretty well. But there's that. I'm pretty sure I have it set to medium, so I'll turn it to low. But here's low speed. It's in reverse. I actually find it a little bit better running at night in reverse, since the air kind of goes down the walls. But this fan gets used just about every night. It's been up here for about a little bit under a year now, but does a good job. It is developing a little bit of bearing noise, but it really doesn't bother me too much while I sleep. But again, this fan was ran just about non-stop for a good 10 years. So, kind of is expected. When it was installed in the house also, the other side of the blades was facing down. And over the years, these little 44-inch Hunters, they use regular MDF blades. They don't use the plywood blades like the 52-inch ones do. So the blades started to sag a little bit over time and warp, but I ended up flipping them over to this side, and now they're starting to warp a little bit on this side too. I'm not sure if you can see it. So at some point I'm gonna have to flip them over to the other side to kind of even out that warpage. It's a pretty good job on low speed. It's medium. This pull chain isn't original, obviously it's silver. After the first tenant moved out, I guess they broke the original one and they put that one on there. It's just the extension though. The original switch is still in there, and that's black. Does a good job on medium speed too. This is what it runs on just every night. I do have a pedestal fan. I have a Holmes fan in here too. That runs every night with this fan, so does a pretty good job. I'll switch to high speed. I do now have a brush nickel one. I just filmed that one also, but I just have the white one left to get. But just like every other 44-inch Hunter, these things fly on high speed. Can't tell, but it is moving very fast right now. You might hear there's a slight clicking sound. That is the bearings, and also there was a gigantic clump of dust still in the motor that I didn't clean out yet, so I do have to open it up at some point and clean that out. It does move very fast, so I'll turn it off. I'll stop it for you. Just gotta get up there. Does need to be cleaned. I cleaned it once back in the fall. Do have to clean it again at some point, so it is pretty dirty right now. I'm not sure where the tags are at the top, but there's one right there. Then the date tag is over here. Oh, that's not the date tag, that's just the info. Over here should be the date tag. There it is. 3306. And I think this one says 07, I think. I'm not too sure. Zoom in. I can't see it, but I know these were installed, I think in the summer of 2007 or the summer of 2008. I do remember going into the house, and when these fans were installed, they were doing the floor at the same time. So I remember going into the house and seeing all the fans running on high installed, and the flooring people were putting in the floors while these were up. So, but very big childhood fan for me, easily in the top 10 childhood fans. I also saw these all around as a kid, in the Home Depot catalogs, but yeah, so anyways, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.